creating an automated data entry form in Excel. So let's move to Excel windows and see the demo file first. So here you can see that I have already developed an automated and very simple dynamic form with the help of some text box control, option button, command button, combo box and command button. And this is the list box control, which is showing whatever the data is available in our database. So let's make some entry over here. So this is the entry which I have made. Let's click on save button, and here it's asking, do you want to save the data? Let's click on yes. So once you click on yes, now you can notice that there are only 7 records available in our database, and once you click on yes, the 8th record will be added over here in database. And as this particular list box is dynamically connected with the database, it will start showing the next record, the recent record which we are going to enter. So let's click on yes. Now you can see that this is the record which we have entered here, right? So let's click on the close button, go to the database, and now you can see that all of the details have been captured here, right? So this is very simple and dynamic form, and with the help of this you can make entry and you can see the live data entry, like whatever the data has been entered by user. And this is the reset button. With the help of reset button you can reset the form, like suppose you have updated a couple of fields and now you are thinking, okay, you do not need to make entry, you need to make some other entry, right? Then you can click on yes, and it will whatever the field has been updated by you, it will be cleared. So let's click on close this and press Ctrl W to close this particular automated form, and let's start developing this form from scratch. So to create a new file, press Ctrl N and go to file, press click on save as, browse, and give the designated path over here. So I am just going to select the same path where I have kept the demo file. Let's move to Excel and give the path over here, click on save, and make sure you should select the save as type macro enabled file, otherwise you will not be able to retain your the code, whatever the code you will write, right? So let's give the name, click on save. Now you can see that this has been successfully saved, simple and dynamic automated form in Excel. If your window, like if Excel has no developer tab, then you can go to file and then click on option, and in Excel option click on select the customize ribbon, and in customize ribbon, the next group, just tick the developer tab, and once you check this, click on OK, and after that you can see the developer tab is visible over here, right? So here we need 2 separate sheet, one is for home and one is for database. So let's rename this first sheet as home, go to view and remove the grid lines, like untick the grid lines, and now you can see that this is the grid lines is not visible. Now click on insert, and under illustration group just click on shape, and under shape just select the rounded rectangle and draw a rounded rectangle over here in the middle of the screen, right? Just select this shape, go to format, shape effect, preset, and select this one, the preset number 4. Right click on shape and edit text, enter launch form. Okay, just select this form, this shape, go to home tab and click on center and then middle, and size should be 40. Okay, so now you can see that this particular button is ready, and we will utilize this button to launch the form. Now we need one more worksheet over here for database. So let's click on new sheet and give the name as database. Let's quickly type the header. So So we have entered the column header over here. Let's make the resize the column. Okay, and now let's assign the color, back color. Font color is white. Font size little bit bigger, like 12. Select this range, maybe A1 to 21, and apply the border, all border. Now go to View tab and untick the grid lines. Okay, so our the database sheet and the home sheet both are ready. Let's quickly develop design the form and then start the coding. So let's go to developer tab and under code group just click on Visual Basic. So once you click on Visual Basic, you will be jump to Microsoft Visual Basic for application. Here we need to insert the form. So let's click on insert menu, then user form. So here you can see that one user form has been started reflecting over here. Let's resize the user form. So the height should be 325. So change the height 325 and the width should be 578. So here width should be 578. Okay, just move on top of the properties and give the name as FRM form, and the caption should be, caption is basically this one. So we are going to change this. So let's give the caption as automated okay. So now you can see that the form and width and height and name and caption, it has been set for this particular form. So let's add two frame. One is for the field text box control and others, and one is for list box control to show the data. So let's this is the form. In toolbox you can see that this is the frame, basically frame, and just click on frame and start drawing the frame over here. Okay, now change the frame caption as enter details. Okay, and the border color should be border style, select single, this one, and the border color, so let me select the blue one. Okay, so this is blue one. Now again we need to enter one more frame. So let's click on frame and just draw this frame from here to here. Okay, and just give the caption as database, right, and change the border style should be single, this one, the second one, and maybe the border color should be select any of the border color, like maybe this one. Okay, any of the color which you want. So we have created two frame. One is for enter details, like this is a group, and one is for database, that is for list control. So let's quickly start adding the label. First up, label. So label, we need 6 different labels. So this is first label. Make it copy this, paste it over here, and okay, let's change the name, caption of label. So this is for employee ID, this is for employee name, this is for gender. Okay, now we need to add text box control for employee ID, employee name. So let's click on text box and draw this, make it a little bit more in this one. Yeah, just copy this text box, move it to here, paste it over here, and move it to the aligned line, this one, right, maybe. Okay, now we need to insert two option button. One is for male and second one is for female. So let's click on option button and then click on form, and here just make it a little bit smaller, and again copy this and paste it, and now adjust this here. Okay, so we have two option button, one is for male, one is for female. Now we need to insert the label and control box basically for department, city, and country. So let's copy this control V and move it over here. Okay, now give the label as department, and here the city, and this is really for country, and remove this one, the option button, because we need to utilize the text box control. Copy this text box, paste over here, and just keep it over here. Okay, now we need two command button, so let's click on command button over here. Again one more button for reset. Just align this and this alignment, let it here, make it a little bit the frame should be smaller and this frame should be a little bit more bigger, right? Okay, so you can see that we have successfully created all the labels, control box, basically the text box, option button, and department, command button over here. Let's quickly change the name and the caption for each and every control here. So let's this is for employee ID, so let's give the txt ID. This is for employee name, so the txt name. This is for male, so this is for males, then opt male, and the caption is male, right? This is for female, so opt female, and the caption should be female. This is so basically here we are not going to utilize text box for departments. So let's remove this department text box, and we need to utilize the combo box. So let's click on combo box and draw this combo box over here. Okay, so now you can see that we have successfully created the combo box. Let's change the name as CMB department, right? And city should be txt city, and this is for country, so txt country, and this is for command for save, so cmd save, and the accelerator key should be S, and the back color should be maybe this one, and the caption should be save. And the next command button is for reset, so let's keep the name as cmd reset, and the back color should be red, and the caption should be reset, and the accelerator is R. Okay, so we have successfully assigned the name for each and every control and caption for that. Let's give the tab order for each and every field. So let's select this text box, go to down, and here you can see that tab index is 3, so let's change from 3 to 1, and then assign this should be 2, this should be 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and this is for 8, this is for 9. Now we have successfully given the tab order and everything. So now we need to add one list box control over here in database section, basically in the frame. So let's click on this one, list box, and quickly create the list box over here. Okay, now give the name as LST database. database, right? And here we need to assign the tab order for this database as well. So let's select the list and the tab order. So the last tab order was I think 9. Then you can see that this is for 9. So let's give the tab index as 10. So you can see that we have successfully designed the form where we have 6 different type of fields like employee ID, employee name, gender, department, city, country, and we have 2 different button, that one is for save, one is for reset, and there is a list box for a database to show the data basically. So let's quickly start writing the code. Now we need to insert one module, so let's click on insert menu and click on module. So insert module, we need to write the code. So let's start the writing code. So let's start the writing code for reset. So the name should be reset sub reset start bracket and close bracket, and give some room over here and start writing. So first of all we need to declare one variable. So dim I row as long, and the I row is basically to contain the last column and so last row value. So I row is equal to, and we need to use Excel function, that is count a function. So in in square bracket we will give the count a, and the formula, that is database worksheet, and then we are a and a, right, and then bracket close. So let me give the commentary over here. So identifying the last row. So basically this particular line of statement is to identify the last row of the database. So suppose we have 2 entries, so it will return 2, like the row will be 3, one is for header and 2 is for row. Okay, now let's start the writing code. So with frm form is for, we are referring this form, and enter and width. So let's txt id dot value is equal to blank dot txt name dot value is equal to blank dot opt male, this one, dot value is equal to false, opt female dot value is equal to false. Okay, basically we are initializing all those controls, like we are resetting the controls so that we can use this code while initializing the window, as well as whenever user will click on reset button we will use this code, right? So male is equal to false and female. Now we need to clear the combo box. So dot cmb department dot clear. So whatever the items which will be available in combo box, that will be clear first of all, and then we will start adding cmb department dot add item, and the first department will be HR, then again cmb department dot add item, and the operation cmb dot add item, and then training cmb department dot add item, quality. So we have added 4 different types of departments. If you want to add more departments, just you need to replicate the same line of code like again and again, and change the value, whatever the values is available in double quote, right? So as of now we are going to consider only 4 department. Okay, now we need to clear the txt city dot value is equal to blank, and then txt text country dot value is equal to blank. Okay, so and like we have already reset all those the value available in the top section of this form. Now we need to initialize the list box which is available in the bottom frame basically. So first of all we need to set the column count. So as we have 6 different of values entered by user, and one is serial number that is automatically generated, and 2 different values like submitted by and submitted one. So all those fields are 9 fields basically, 9 columns in our database. So let's give the lst database dot column count is equal to 9. So we have 9 different columns, so that's why for this list box we are giving column count as 9. And again dot lst database dot our column, like in our database worksheet we have a header section. So let's click on let's select the column headers is equal to true. Okay, now we need to give the column width of this particular list box. If you want to ignore this particular line of code, then you can ignore, but this is for learning purpose I am providing here. Okay, so let's lst database dot column width, okay, and then equal to, and in double quote we need to give the width of each and every column. So let's start 30 is for serial number, 60 is for employee ID, and 75 for employee name, then again 40, 60, 45, 55, and the submitted on 70 and submitted by 70. So you can count here, we have provided the width of all those 9 columns, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, right? Now we need to give the reference of a database, like we need to give the reference or assign the data row source basically to list box. Suppose we have only one row, that is the column header, and there is no records. So in that case we need to assign some different source, and if we have more multiple rows like database data, then we need to assign some different row source. So here we are going to validate if I row is equal to 1, if I row is greater than 1. Okay, so in this case we need to assign lst database dot row source, and in double quote just give the name database is worksheet, right? So database, and then exclamation sign, and then the range should be start from 8 to 2 I, and here we need to give the row number as I row, else dot list lst database dot row source is equal to database A2 colon I2 close. And if clear all this space, extra space, so the reset code is done here. Let's go to debug and compile the VBA project. Now we need to add the code for submit, save button. So let's click on down here and give the name as submit, right? And open bracket, close bracket. Give this some space over here. Okay, let's declare a variable for worksheet to deem sh as worksheet, and one variable to hold the last row number, basically the blank row, dim I row as long. Okay, and let's assign the worksheet name to sh variable. So set sh is equal to this book dot sheet, and the name is database, right? And I row should be, again we will utilize the count a function over here. So let's start square bracket, and in square bracket we need to write the code like Excel formula count a, and then database worksheet A colon A. So this will return the last row where the data is available, right? The count of that, we need to add 1 to identify the next blank row. So we will add +1 over here. Now we have like worksheet name as well as the next blank row. So let's start writing the code with sh and end with. So dot cells. So cell this particular function dot cells as two parameter. One is row index and column index. So we have already I row. So let's I row, and the column index is first. So first of all, like we have to enter serial number. Let's start writing equal to, then I row -1, because see I row will be the serial number. Suppose we are on third number row, it means we have only two like we have only one entry. One is for header, first row, one is for record, that is second row, and we are in third row, it means this is the second record. That's why I am deducting 1 from I row, right? And let's copy this line of code, paste over here, and change the reference like from 1 to 2. Let's keep the space, and now let's frm form dot txt text id and dot value. Okay, let's copy this code. This is for id, this is for name. So let's column number will be 3 txt name, and again copy this line of code, and the column name column number should be 4. Here 4 is basically for gender, so we will utilize if function, and frm form dot opt female dot value is equal to true, then the value will be female, otherwise it would be male. Okay, so let's copy this code line of code, and here this is column number 5. Okay, and here we need to give the combo box name like cmb depart department dot value. Okay, let's copy this 5 6 7 8. So let's change the 6 7 and 8, and copy one more line of code this, and this is for 9, column number 9. Okay, so we have department value for 5, 6 is for txt city, and this is for txt country. Okay, now here this is for submitted by. So for submitted by we will utilize application dot username. So it will give the username of the application who is running this application, and here we need to again use the excel function under square bracket. So the function will be text and then open bracket, and now we need to give the time now function, then comma, and under in inverted comma let's start dd yyyy hh ss. Okay, so this is done, and let's close this, remove the extra space over here. Now we have successfully written down the code for submit. Now let's add one more sub procedure for to launch the form. So sub show underscore form, right? And here frm form dot show. Okay, so we have written down 3 different codes in our procedure. Basically in module, one is reset, one is submit, and one is show the form. Let's move to form window, and let's start writing the code for some save. Here we need to declare one more variable, so dim msg value as vv message box result. msg value is equal to message box. Do you want to save the data? And vv yes no plus vv information, and here the heading should be confirmation, like title confirmation, right? Close the bracket. If msg value is equal to vv no, then exit sub. Else, like if that user will select yes, then this particular line of code will not run basically, and it will start running from here. So we need to call submit and then call reset. Okay, so this particular sub procedure will submit the data, and this sub procedure will reset the form and refresh the form basically. So let's copy this line of code, all these line of code, like here. Let's copy all the code available in the sub cmd save. Go to form, and here click on reset, and under reset just paste the code. Remove the sub called submit, and here do you want to save, so we need to change the reset the form. Okay, so here we have successfully written down the code for reset and save. So let's debug, compile vv project. Now you can see that there is no error. Now we need to write a code for initialize the form, basically initialize the form. So let's copy this call reset, and again go to form, double click on form, right? And here like select the initialize, this one, remove the double click on the click event here, and just paste the call reset. Now go to debug and compile. Now click on jump to Microsoft Excel. Let's assign the code, assign macro, and select the show form. Click on OK. So we have successfully assigned the macro on this particular shape, that is button. Let's click on launch form, and here you can see that this particular database like list box has been successfully added, interlinked with the database worksheet, and we have all those fields over here, right? So let's make some entry and see. So as of now we do not have any records, any record available here, right? So let's enter 255 and maybe my name Dilip Kumar, gender male, and the department is quality, and city Gizian, and the country India. Let's click on save. Here it's asking, do you want to save the data? Yes. I think there is some error, right? Okay, so we forgot to close the bracket here, so let's put bracket over here, and just click on here. So now you can see that this particular line of code has started working. Let's add one more, 582 India. Let's click on save. Yes, now it's working. Let's click on save. So now you can see that it's working properly, and whatever the data is available in database, it has already started reflecting here, and the serial number 1 2 3 is showing correctly. So let's close this form, go to database worksheet, and now you can see that whatever the data we have transferred with the help of form, all the data are available here, right? And the same data, all those 3 records are available in this particular form. So you can so there is no need to go to database and see whether the data has been captured and whatever the data has been submitted by user, right? So while submitting the data, you can see whatever the data you have submitted. So you can refer this particular table to to like check whether whatever the data you have entered here has been transferred or not. So as of now we have only save and reset. If you think that you need more like some additional features in this particular form, like editing and deleting the records, so just leave a comment in comment section. I will definitely add those features and upload a next video. So hope this video will be useful for you. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe and comment.